Miriam in tears, and on her wedding day.
They've been reminding me that in a month you ought to be beheaded.
Yes, we've been reminding her that you ought to be beheaded. It's true, you know you ought to be beheaded.
Well, now some bridegrooms would be depressed by this sort of thing. A month? Well, what's a month? But the divisions of time are merely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours make a day?
There's a popular impression to that effect.
Then you'll face it. We'll call each second a minute, each minute an hour, each hour a day, and each day a year. At that rate, we've about 30 years of married happiness before us.
And at that rate, this interview has already lasted 4 hours and 3/4.
Yes, how time flies when one is so thoroughly enjoying oneself.
That's the way to look at it. But let's not be downhearted. There's a silver lining to every cloud.
Certainly. Let's be perfectly happy.
By all means, let's thoroughly enjoy ourselves.
It's absurd to cry.
Quite ridiculous.
Say by putting your arm around her waist. There, let me get used to that first.
Oh, wouldn't you like to retire? It must pain you to see us so affectionate together.
Oh, I must learn to bear it. Now, oblige me by allowing her head to rest on your shoulder.
Like that.
I'm much obliged to you. Now, kiss her. Thank you, it's simple torture.
Come, bear up. After all, 'tis only for a month.
No, it's no use deluding oneself with false hopes.
What do you mean?
My child, my poor child. How should I break it to her? My little bride that was to have been.
Was to have been?
Yes, it never can be mine.
I'm so glad!
I've just ascertained that by the Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive!
Buried alive. It's a most unpleasant death.
But whom did you get that from?
Oh, from Pubai. He's my solicitor.
But he may be mistaken.
So I thought. So I consulted the Attorney General, the Lord Chief Justice, the Master of the Rolls, the Judge Alderman, and the Lord Chancellor. They're all of the same opinion. Never knew such unanimity on a point of law in my life.
But stop a bit. This law has never been put in force.
Not yet. You see, flirting is the only crime punishable by decapitation, and married men never flirt.
Of course, they don't. I quite forgot that. Well, I suppose I may take it that my dream of happiness is at an end.
Darling, I don't want to appear selfish, and I love you with all of my heart. I don't suppose I shall ever love anybody else half as much. But when I agreed to marry you, my own, I had no idea, that I should have to be buried alive in a month.
Nor I. This is the very first I've heard of it.
It makes a difference, don't it?
It does make a difference, of course.
You see, burial alive, it's such a stuffy death.
I call it a beast of a death.
You see my difficulty, don't you?
Yes, and I see my own. If I insist on carrying out your promise, I doom you to a hideous death. If I release you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's a happy pool, if I marry you. When the time has come to marriage, with the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's a happy pool, here's a happy pool.
Here's a pretty mess, in a month or less. I must die without a wedding. Let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess, here's a pretty mess.
Here's a state of things, two polite things. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit the notion every moment brings. Here's a state of things, here's a state of things. Passion, that's the things I'm pushing, I'm not done. But the person family since we ought to be gone.
If what he says is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty how we do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty state of things. Here's a how you do. Here's a pretty howdy do.
My poor boy, I'm really very sorry for you.
Thanks, old fellow. I'm sure you are.
You see, I'm quite helpless.
I quite see that.
I can't conceive anything more distressing than to have one's marriage broken off at the last moment. But you shan't be disappointed of a wedding. You shall come to mine.
Oh, it's awfully kind of you. But that's impossible.
Why so?
Today, I die.
Oh, what do you mean?
I can't live without Yum Yum. This afternoon, I perform the happy dispatch.
No, I can't permit that.
Why not?
Why? Hang it all. You're under contract in time by the hands of the public executioner in a month's time. If you kill yourself, what's to become of me? Why, I shall have to be executed in your place.
It would certainly seem so.
Ahem.
Now, Lord Mayor, what is it?
The Mikado and his suite are approaching the city and will be here in 10 minutes.
Oh, God. It's time to see whether his orders have been carried out. Now, look here, you know, this is getting serious. A bargain's a bargain, and you really mustn't frustrate the ends of justice by committing suicide. As a man of honor and a gentleman, you are bound to die ignominiously at the hands of the public executioner.
Very well then. Behead me.
What now?
Certainly. At once.
Chop it off, chop it off.
My good sir, I don't go out prepared to execute gentlemen at a moment's notice. I never even killed a blue bottle.
Still, as Lord High Executioner.
My good sir, as Lord High Executioner, I've got to be getting in a month. I'm not ready yet. I don't know how it's done. I'm going to take lessons. I need to begin with a guinea pig and work my way through the animal kingdom till I come to a second trombone. Hi. You don't suppose, as a humane man, I've accepted the post of Lord High Executioner, hadn't thought the duties purely nominal? I can't kill you. I can't kill anything. I can't kill anybody.
Oh. Come, my poor fellow. We all have done unpleasant duties to discharge at times. After all, what is it? If I don't mind, why should you? Remember, sooner or later, it must be done.
Must. I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Why should I behead you? But making an affidavit that you've been executed will do just as well. Here are plenty of witnesses: the Lord Chief Justice, the Lord High Admiral, the Commander-in-Chief, the Secretary of State for the Home Department, and the Chief Commissioner of Police.
But where are they?
Here they are. They'll all swear to it. Won't you?
Am I to understand that all of us high officers of state are required to perjure ourselves to ensure your safety?
Why not? I'll be grossly insulted as usual.
Will the insult be cashed down or at a date?
It will be a ready money transaction.
Very well. Choose your fiction. It will be a useful discipline, and I endorse it. Family pride. How do you like that, boy buck?
But I tell you that life without Yum Yum.
Oh, yum. Bother yum. Here, Commissioner, go and fetch Yum. Take Yum and marry Yum. Only go away and never come back again. Here she goes. Yum, are you particularly busy?
Not particularly.
You've 5 minutes to spare.
Yes.
Then go along with His Grace, the Archbishop of Titipu. He'll marry you at once.
But if I'm to be buried
No,
alive...
don't ask any questions, only do as I say, and Nanki will explain all.
What moment?
Not for words! Here comes the one who has his decree, and if he finds you alive, I shall have the greatest difficulty in persuading him that I beheaded you. Look, speak of that, for here he comes!
sermons from mystical Germans who preach from 10 to 4. The amateur tenor whose vocal abilities all desire to share shall during off hours exhibit his powers to mount into swords waxwork. The lady who dyes a chemical yellow or strains her gray hair hues or pinches her figure is painted with vigor, with permanent walnut juice. The aged who in railway curves scribbles on window panes. We only suffer to ride on a buffer in parliamentary trains. My I shall receive crime to let the punishment fit the crime of
Of Your Majesty's visit. Your wishes have been attended to. The execution has taken place.
Oh, you've had an execution, have you?
Yes. The coroner has just handed me his certificate.
I am the coroner.
And this is the certificate of his death. At Titty-Poo, in the presence of the Lord Chancellor, Lord Chief Justice, Attorney General, Secretary of State for the Home Department, Lord Mayor, and groom of the second floor front.
They were all there, Your Majesty. I counted them myself.
Very good house. I wish I'd been in time for the performance.
A tough fellow he was, too. A man of gigantic strength. His struggles were something terrific. It was really a remarkable scene.
Describe it.
A criminal bias is locked in town, a stain of wild and wrong. With a frightful, frantic, fearful frown, I bears my
It's very interesting, and I should like to have seen it. But it came about a totally different matter. A year ago, my son, the heir to the throne of Japan, bolted from our imperial court.
Indeed. Has he any reason to be dissatisfied with his position?
None whatever. On the contrary, I was going to marry him. Yet he fled.
I am surprised he should have fled from one so lovely.
That's not true.
No.
You hold that I am not beautiful because my face is plain. But you know nothing. You are still unenlightened. Learn then that it is not in the face alone that beauty is to be sought. My face is unattractive.
It is.
But I have a left shoulder blade that is a miracle of loveliness. People come miles to see it. My right elbow has a fascination that few can resist.
Allow me.
It is on view Tuesdays and Fridays on presentation of the visiting card. As for my circulation, it is the largest in the world.
And yet he fled.
And is now masquerading in this town, disguised as a second trombone.
A second trombone?
Yes, would it be troubling you too much if I asked you to produce him? He goes by the name of,
Yankee food.
Yankee Fu.
It's quite easy. That is, it's rather difficult. In point of fact, he's gone abroad.
Gone abroad? His address?
Knightsbridge.
What's the matter?
See here, his name, Nankiku, beheaded this morning. Where shall I find another? Where shall I find another?
Dear, dear, dear. This is very tiresome. My poor fellow. In your anxiety to carry out my wishes, you have beheaded the heir to the throne of Japan.
I beg to offer an unqualified apology.
I wish to associate myself with that expression of regret.
I really hadn't the least notion. Oh.
Of course you haven't. How could you? Come, my good fellow, don't distress yourself. It was no fault of yours. If a man of exalted rank chooses to disguise himself as a second trombone, he must take the consequences. It really distresses me to see you take on so. I've no doubt he thoroughly deserved all he got.
We are infinitely obliged to your majesty.
Much obliged, Your Majesty.
Very much obliged, Your Majesty.
Obliged, not obliged. Don't mention it. How could you tell?
Oh, of course, we couldn't tell who the gentleman really was.
It wasn't written on his forehead, you know.
It might have been on his pocket handkerchief, but the Japanese don't use pocket handkerchiefs.
I forget the punishment for compassing the death of the heir apparent.
Punishment?
Yes, something lingering, with boiling oil in it, I fancy. Something of that sort. I think boiling oil occurs in it, but I'm not sure. I know it's something humorous, but lingering, with either boiling oil or melted lead. Come, don't fret. I'm not kidding.
If your majesty would accept our assurance, we had no idea.
Of course.
Oh, I knew nothing about it.
I wasn't there.
That is the pathetic part of it. Unfortunately, the fool of an act says, compassing the death of the heir apparent. There's not a word about a mistake,
No.
or not knowing,
No.
or having no notion, or not being there.
No.
There should be, of course.
Yes!
But there isn't! That's the slovenly way in which these acts are always drawn. However, cheer up. It'll be all right. I'll have it altered. Next session. Now, let's see about your execution. Will after luncheon suit you? Can you wait till then?
Oh, yes.
Then we'll make it
Till
after.
then.
Then we'll make it after luncheon.
I don't want any lunch.
I'm very sorry for you all, but it's an unjust world, and virtue is triumphant only in theatrical performance. See how the fates their gifts unlock, for A is happy, B is not, yet B is worthy, I dare say, of more prosperity than A.
Is B more worthy?
I should say he's worth a great deal more than A.
But A is happy, oh so happy, laughing ha ha, laughing ha ha, nectar quaffing ha ha ha. Never joyous, never gay, happy undeserving day. Never joyous, never gay, happy undeserving day. If I were fortune, which I'm not, he should enjoy his happy lot, and they should die in misery. That is assuming I am B.
But should A perish,
That should be, of course, assuming I am B. B should be happy, oh so happy, laughing ha ha, laughing ha ha, nectar quaffing ha ha ha. Rather than to die is he,
wretched meritorious be,
not than to die is he.
wretched meritorious
Nice mess you got us into with your nodding head and the deference to your man of pedigree.
Merely corroborative detail intended to give artistic verisimilitude to an otherwise bald and unconvincing narrative.
Corroborative detail indeed. Corroborative fiddlestick.
And you're just as bad as he is with your cockable stories about catching his eye and his wisping hair. Oh, that's so like you. You must put in your oar.
What is that your big right arm?
Yes, and now snicker
Well, never mind that now. There's only one thing to be done. Nankipu hasn't started yet. He must come to life again at once. Ah, here he comes. Here, Nankipu, I've good news for you. You're reprieved.
Oh, but it's too late. I'm a dead man and I'm off for my honeymoon.
Nonsense. Terrible things just happened. It seems you're the son of the MIKADO.
Yes, but that happened some time ago.
Is this time for airy persiflage? Your father is here and with Kadishah.
My father? And with Katusha?
Yes, he wants you particularly.
So does she.
Oh, but he's married now.
Bless me, what has that to do with it?
Katusha claims me in marriage. But I can't marry her because she's married already. Consequently, she will insist on my execution. And if I'm executed, my wife will have to be buried alive.
You see our difficulty.
Yes, I don't know what's to be done.
There's one chance for you. If you could persuade Katusha to marry you, she would have no further claim on me. And in that case, I should come to my life without any fear of being put to death.
I marry Kadishah.
I really think it's the only course.
But my good girl, have you seen her? She's something appalling.
Ah, that's only her face. She has a left elbow, which people come miles to see.
I am told that her right heel is much admired by connoisseurs.
My good sir, I decline to pin my heart on any of these right here.
Well, it comes to this. While Katusha is single, I prefer to be a disembodied spirit. When Katusha is married, existence will be as welcome as the flowers in spring. The flowers that bloom in the spring, try not breathe promise of merry sunshine. As we merrily dance and we sing, try not we welcome the hope that we bring. Try not of a summer of roses and wine, of a summer of roses and wine. And that's what we mean when we say that your theme is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring.
robbed me of my love. But vengeance pursues. They are heated with hope.
Katusha, behold the state of his Katusha mercy.
Mercy? Had you mercy on him? See here, you have slain my love. He did not love me, but he would have loved me in time. I am an acquired taste. Only the educated palate can appreciate me. I was educating his palate when he left me. Well, he is dead, and where shall I find another? It takes years to train a man to love me. Am I to go through that weary round again, and at the same time implore mercy for you who robbed me of my prey, I mean my pupil, just as his education was on the point of completion? Where shall I find another?
Here.
What?
Katusha, for years I have loved you with a white-hot passion that is slowly but surely consuming my very vitals. Shrink not from me. If there is aught of woman's mercy in your heart, turn not away from a lost suppliant whose every fibre thrills at your tiniest touch. True it is that, under a poor mask of disgust, I endeavored to conceal a passion whose inner fires are broiling the soul within me. But the fire will not be smothered. It defies all attempts at extinction, and breaking forth all the more eagerly for its long restraint, it declares itself in words that will not be weighed, that cannot be schooled, that should not be too severely criticized. Katusha, I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live without it.
You, whose hands still reek with the blood of my betrothed, dare to address words of passion to the woman you have so foully wronged?
I do. Accept my love, or I perish on the spot.
Go to. Who knows as well as I that no one ever yet died of a broken heart?
You know not what you say. Listen. On a tree by the river, on its roots wanted, sang willow, and I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sing, singing willow, willow? His praise of intellect, but in your little sky, with a shade of his morning willow. He slapped at his chest as he sat on that bar, singing willow, willow, and a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, willow. He snorted the sun, and a gurgle weeping was nodding itself into the billowy ring, and an echo arose from the stillness sides away. Oh, willow, willow. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name is willow, willow. That was blighted affection that made him exclaim, oh, willow, willow. And falling perhaps, and obdurate I shall perish as hated, and you will know He really did.
All on account of a poor little head?
Yes.
Oh, poor little chap.
It's a most affecting tale. It's quite true. I knew the bird intimately.
Oh, did you? Oh, he must have been very fond of her.
His devotion was something extraordinary.
Little chap. And if I refuse you, will you go and do the same?
At once.
No, no, you mustn't. Anything but that. I am a silly little goose.
You are.
And you won't hate me just because I'm a little teeny, weeny, wee bit bloodthirsty, will you?
Hate you? Oh, Katisha, is there not beauty even in bloodthirstiness?
Yeah, there's beauty in the bellow of the moss, there's thunder in the growling of the gale, there's eloquence of going when the lion is a-roaring and the tiger is a-lashing at the tail.
Yes, I like to see it running from the bottom of the tiger and stretch from the natural scale.
Oh, in the house the giant is grim, and the earth is only terrified the gods, but to him beside him, there's nothing that's living in the form of our gods.
Yes, in spite of all my weakness, if I have weakness, it's a passion for flight of thunderbolts. If that is something that is ever to be artist or one, I will go and learn that It's like this. It's true that I stated that I had killed Nanki Hu.
Yes, with most affecting particulars.
Merely corroborative detail intended to give artistic verisimilitude.
Where do you refrain from putting in your oar? It's like this. When your Majesty says, let a thing be done, it is as good as done. Practically, it is done because your Majesty's will is law. Your Majesty says, kill the gentleman, and the gentleman is told off to be killed. Consequently, that gentleman is as good as dead. Practically, he is dead. And if he is dead, why not say so?
I see. Nothing could possibly be more satisfactory